guys, this is the latest Craze. It's an electric powered bicycle, and in this video I wanted to give you a quick overview of what I've learned about 3 of these bikes. So 2 of these, as you can see, these are fat tire Rad Power Rovers. Here's a step-through model, which is actually sold out right now. Here is the other model, and here's a whole different brand. This is a Kona Splice-E electric assist bicycle, and you might be surprised which ones or how much they cost actually, and which one is more expensive. You might be able to guess, but I'll tell you in a second. And this is also kind of a long-term review of these electric bikes, so you can kind of get an idea about what it's like to own one of these and use these bikes on a daily basis. So let's start with this one, which is kind of rare right now because this model is actually sold out. So it does have a step-through frame. So if you are not comfortable with the other type of frame, this is the one to get. This bike right here is actually only about 4 to 5 months old. It was just purchased probably in October of last year. And here's some of the specs. It has 7 speeds, and there's an electric motor right here. So let me show you. So it does have Shimano gearing right here, and the specs on the motor are as follows. It's about 750 watts, which translates to about 1 horsepower. So really it's like riding a horse. And then it has about 60 pound-feet of torque. So really powerful torque to help you get up a hill or a little mountain or whatever you're doing. It's got really fat tires, so a lot of stability. The battery right here is lockable, chargeable. Of course, there's a port right here on the side. You just pop it open, charge it up. It takes maybe a few hours, no big deal. It's about 650 watt hours. So what does that mean? It's a lithium-ion battery, and if you compare it to trucks, because I love trucks and I always compare everything to trucks, the new Ram 1500 e-Torque has a battery capacity a little bit less than this. That little hybrid truck has about 450 watt hours. The new F-150 hybrid has a battery about twice the size, about 1500 watt hours. So this is actually a really sizable capacity. And of course it makes this bicycle a little bit heavy, but still a lot of fun. So here we go. There's a mode button here. Powered up. As you can see, here's your display. It's very cool and very handy. You have the battery monitor. You have the total miles you went, which is really cool. It's basically a motorcycle. A lot of features. Here's your watts as far as assist, how much power you're getting from the bicycle, and your speed. And generally these bikes are limited to about 20 miles an hour, right? So 20 miles an hour. Sometimes downhill, of course, you can get a little bit faster if you're pedaling also, and stuff like that. And then it also has about, this is your assist level. Right now it's 1, 2, you're getting a little bit more assist. 3 is standard, 4 power, 5 speed, and yeah, this could be a lot of assist. And this battery is good between 40 or 45 miles on a charge. If you're easy on it, if you're pedaling a lot, you can get further on one battery, but if you're using a lot of energy, it's about 40 to 45 miles of range, and the total payload of this bike is around 275 pounds. So a bigger person, of course, can also ride. And the bike weighs about 70 to 75 pounds. So yeah, I just tried to lift it. It's relatively heavy. But this one, you can see, has 294 miles already. It's been used. The battery is lasting really well. It's about 5 months old. Okay, so finally, you're probably wondering how much. This bike currently retails for around $1,100, but right now they're sold out. Well, let's look at something that's not sold out. This bike right here is about 2 years old, actually. So this is kind of a long-term review. This is another Rad Power bike. It's a Rover, and I think this is kind of a previous model. They have something called the number 5 model, but once again, you can see fat tires. It's quite heavy. Of course, it has external disc brakes, just like the other bike as well, and a very similar battery size. Battery specifications are basically identical, but I wanted to show you how many miles this one has. This one's been used quite a bit. Here you go, 2,075 miles. And this bike belongs to Larry Dimmick here, and yeah, he uses it quite a lot, so it's really cool. Same controls, once again, different power levels. It will show you the wattage as far as your assist, your speed, your battery. Like I said, Shimano 7-speed gear control, so you can pedal this. You don't have to have electric power assist, but of course this bike is heavy and it's got big fat tires, as you can see right here. I've been riding it here for a couple days in Arizona, visiting, and yeah, it's a lot of fun actually. I love it, how comfortable it is, although it's big and heavy. So if you're on a technical trail with lots of, a narrow trail, or lots of different obstacles, this may be a challenge. Also, I forgot to mention, this is the throttle. Let me make sure I turn this off. This is the throttle right here, so it's a half throttle. Here's your handle, and here's how you provide assist, or ask the motor to help you. And of course, this is your gear change right here. This bike retails right now for about $1,600. So $1,600. So you may have seen us review other bikes like this that are much more expensive, with double suspension systems, different options. So of course you can get different brands, different options, but I think for what you're getting here, $1,600 is actually currently a fairly good deal, because other bikes can be way more expensive than this. Oh, I forgot to mention, this bike also can come with a brake light that's actually functional when you hit the brakes. Right there, you see that? The LED comes on when I'm hitting my brake. So it's basically a motorcycle. It has a lot of those features. Once again, 20 miles an hour limit, technically, for the assist. Now, finally, here's another type of bike. So if you're wondering what are some of the other options, this right here is a Kona Splice-E. It's an assist bike, so it doesn't really have a throttle. It just provides assist the way you set it, and it's kind of a lightweight frame. It does have the forks up front, the shock system, and this is more expensive. So let me show you how you control this guy. It kind of has a similar function and feature. Here's your gear selector here. Once again, Shimano. Here now you can power this up. Once again, it's showing you the battery status. You can push these up and down. Here you go. Once again, several different levels. So no assist. Let me show that. Eco, Tour, Sport, and Turbo. Here's your battery level. Once again, you can kind of see your maximum speed. I think this was downhill. I think my son was on this bike, and he actually got it really fast downhill, 23 miles an hour. So it kind of remembers some of the information. A lot of these components are by Bosch. And this bike you can currently get at around $3,000. And the reason for that is that lightweight frame, of course, other different components, and this bike weighs, not very much. about 45 pounds this bike weighs. So if the other ones were about 75, this is way lighter. It's way easier to handle. So there you have it, guys. A kind of a long-term review and a little perspective of what it's like to own an electric bicycle or e-bike, either Rad Power like you see here, or of course Kona Splice-E like you see right here. And of course they have different sizes and options, so you could fit the bike to your size, your body type, etc. And as always, come back to tflbike.com for all the latest information. We have Alex and Case over there bringing you motorcycle reviews, bicycle reviews, or e-bikes, and lots of other cool stuff. Thank you.